Aloha and welcome back to another recipe adventure. Today we're going to travel to Hawaii. Alright, we're going to make Shoyu Chicken. And in Hawaii, every family, every restaurant has their own version. But the basic recipe, the basic ingredients are pretty much all the same. What we're gonna do is I have chicken thighs here, bone in, skin on. We have garlic that's crushed, fresh ginger slices, chicken stock, shoyu, which is soy sauce. I have a little bit of mirin in here, which is a sweet sake. Brown sugar, and then we're going to thicken it with some cornstarch and garnish it with some green onions and serve it plate lunch style with steamed rice and Hawaiian style macaroni salad. And this one I have a little spin on it where I'm putting sweet potatoes inside. So let's get cooking this one. Okay, a little history of the Shoyu chicken in Hawaii. It came from the plantation days when the Japanese, Chinese, Filipinos, Portuguese all came to Hawaii and worked the plantations. They worked the sugar fields, they worked the pineapple fields, they built railroads. And there's controversy between where it came from. Some people say from Cantonese Chinese, that it came from there. And some people say it came from the Japanese immigrants that were working the fields. So I always knew it from my grandmother who would cook it, and I didn't know it as Shoyu chicken. I just knew it as grandma's chicken. And it would simmer on the stove, and I would smell the delicious ginger and garlic and soy sauce, and we would eat dinner. Later did I find out that it was actually Hawaiian, and it's really popular in Hawaii. It's on all the plate lunches. So that's kind of a little history of it. When I get to cooking this one, most recipes and most people, they put everything in a pot and they simmer it. This one I'm going to brown the chicken because I want to get more flavor and more intense flavor into the whole shoyu broth. So here we go, let's start browning the chicken. Alright, let's add the chicken. We're going to add the chicken thigh skin side down. You want to hear that sizzle? We're going to have to do this in batches because we're not going to be able to fit all of this, and you don't want to overcrowd the pan. So we're going to do 5 at a time and let this brown. So let's check on this chicken now and see how it's browning up. Right there is that skin that's browning golden brown. That's when we want to flip it. So let's check the bottom side of these chicken thighs. Those are looking great. So we're going to transfer them onto a plate here so I can brown up the rest of the chicken thighs because I have 11 in total. Okay, now that the chicken is all browned, I'm going to take this extra grease that's here and pour it off. And then we're going to return the chicken back into the pan. Okay, let's add the chicken into the pan. It's nicely browned. You just want to layer it. It's okay if you go 2 layers up, because the broth is going to fill it up. Any drippings that come off the plate, definitely add that, because that's flavor. Let's go with the crushed garlic, sliced fresh ginger, the mirin, which is the sake cooking wine, sweet sake cooking wine. I'm gonna go with the brown sugar. Let's go with the chicken stock. And finally the showcase of the dish, the shoyu. So we're gonna turn this on, bring it up to a simmer. But we wanna make sure we stir all this first. Get everything incorporated. Get the chicken nestled into place. Once this comes up to a simmer, we're gonna cover it for 30 minutes. All right, the chicken has come up to a simmer. So I'm gonna lower the heat just a little bit and put the top on. So slowly braise it. See you in half an hour. Okay, 30 minutes have gone by. So let's check this shoyu chicken. Nice simmer. Let's check the temperature. I have this digital thermometer. Let's check the temperature. Make sure we don't get sick from salmonella. We're at 182, 193, perfect. Let's check in one more piece just to make sure. We're at 167 on that one. With chicken, you want to make sure you cook it to 165. All right, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna do is take this chicken out, and then we're gonna strain this broth and thicken it with cornstarch and add it back to the chicken. All right, let's strain this shoyu broth. We're gonna strain out all the ginger, and we're gonna strain out the garlic pieces into this pot. I'm gonna turn it on high so we can bring it back to a boil. See, that's all the ginger and the garlic. Put that over here. And we're gonna get this pot of broth boiling. We're gonna add cornstarch to it to thicken it up. Okay, right here I have a cornstarch slurry, which is cornstarch and water, about equal parts. And when you're going to thicken up a sauce, you won't know the potential thickness of it, the full thickness, until it comes to a boil. So this isn't going to come to a boil really fast because it's already hot. What you can see is it's already boiling and it's thick. So if I put this on a spoon, back of the spoon, drag my finger, you can see that it doesn't run down, that it clings to the spoon, which means that is going to cling to the chicken. All right, so this thick sauce right here, we're going to pour over the chicken, just like that. Pour it over the chicken. See how it glazes that chicken? All those chicken thighs. This is what you want. Right now I can smell the ginger, the garlic. Beautiful. Okay, the traditional plate lunch in Hawaii is a paper plate. This is what they serve it on. And we're gonna go with 2 big fat scoops of rice. This is Japanese Calrose sushi rice. Then we're gonna take a fat spoonful of mac salad. So far we have 2 scoops of rice, 1 scoop of mac salad, and now we're going to put on the shoyu chicken. We're going to put that right there. We're going to put a little sauce on top. Then we're going to top it with some green onions. And a little green onion flour. Okay, so here it is. That's the Hawaiian plate lunch. This is very common in Hawaii. There's places all over. You can go to a food truck and get a plate lunch. They always have 2 scoops of rice and macaroni salad. And then today we featured Shoyu Chicken. There's other proteins like Kalua pork and Katsu chicken, Katsu pork. There's fried island fish. There's garlic shrimp. All kinds of different options. But today we feature Shoyu Chicken. This is from my childhood. So let me know if you make this in the comments below. And mahalo, and I'll see you on the next recipe adventure.